Right, today we're going to be making a 1 cup immersion brew in the small Kruve dripper. I'm going to be using 13.8 grams coffee to 210 grams of water. It will hold 260, 270 grams total, so you can scale up an approximate ratio of 1 to 15. So my kettle's just clicked off boil. Let's get started. I'm going to pour 30 grams of water in about 15 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds, that'll do. And I'm going to let that sit for 30 seconds before I add a second pour of 30 grams at 30 seconds. So another 30 grams. Sure to get the bed evenly wet all over. And at 1 minute, I'm now going to add all the remaining water up to 210 grams, and that's going to be added by around 1 minute and 30 seconds. Making sure to get all the coffee wet. $210 grams total. Pop the lid on. And we're going to let that steep now until 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, as this is an immersion brew, you might be wondering why I've essentially done what we would call a bloom. And that's because underneath the filter paper, the small Kruve dripper will hold about 60 grams of liquid. Sorry, slight cough. So what we're going to do in this method is we're going to use the first 2 pours to kickstart the extraction with a little percolation at the beginning, and then the immersion stage will help bump up the rest of the extraction. Extractions with this method are on par with drip extractions, averaging between 20 and 21% by the drip extraction formula. Usually you wouldn't get that high of an extraction in that short of time with a straightforward immersion brew. So this is a relatively quick way to get a nominal extraction with the Kruve dripper, the small Kruve dripper. The larger Kruve dripper has a much larger well under the filter paper, about 120 mil it will hold. So I haven't tested it yet, but you could, I guess you could double up on the weights and on the pour sizes, but that will have to be looked into at a later date. So 3 minutes 30, 2 further minutes now to wait, and then we can begin the drawdown. Usually my recipe for a high extraction on the Kruve dripper would involve a very fine grind and a steep of at least 20 minutes. Even then, the extractions are only approaching what you get via a drip brew. They're not on par quite, and obviously it's a long time to wait. If something goes wrong and the coffee's not wonderful, then it's a bit disappointing. The grind I'm using here is 12% passing through a 400 Kruve 17% passing through 500 Kruve, and 29% passing through a 600 micron ASTM sieve. It's broadly in line with SCAA cupping grind, which I think is a bit too coarse for cupping, to be honest, but that's the closest sort of reference I can liken it to here. So it's past 5 minutes now, so in 20 seconds I'll begin the drawdown. On average, the drawdown will take about a minute, but if it takes 40 seconds or a minute 20, that's not a sign that you need to do anything. Drawdown is merely a function of grind size. So the finer you grind, the longer it takes. The coarser you grind, the shorter it takes. It doesn't really mean anything of itself other than that. Whether your coffee is extracted adequately or not, that's really going to be evident in the extraction and the flavour. Obviously, once you get very coarse, you get very fast drawdowns, it's obviously going to be more difficult to adequately extract the coffee. So there we are, 6:33 for the bed to appear dry on top. And there we are, there's our completed brew. Thank you very much for watching.